What if your spare change held a secret fortune? Today, we reveal the top 4 ultra-rare U.S. coins, a quarter, penny, nickel, and dime, each worth thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars. Don't miss this list. Your next coin could be worth a small fortune. Body, history, and valuable varieties. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of American currency since 1909, but 1965 was a unique year in the U.S. mint's history. That year, the mint was grappling with a national coin shortage and the decision to eliminate silver from dimes and quarters. While pennies weren't affected by the silver removal, 1965 Lincoln cents were caught up in other major changes, including the temporary removal of mint marks, a suspension of proof sets, and a massive production increase. But amidst all that chaos, some incredible mint errors and rare variations slipped through the cracks, and that's where things get interesting for collectors. One of the most valuable types is the 1965 Lincoln cent struck on a silver dime planchet. Yes, that's right, a penny accidentally struck on a silver blank meant for a dime. These ultra-rare errors weigh less than a normal penny, around 2.5 grams, and have sold for $7,000 to $15,000 at major auctions. In pristine condition, they can reach over $20,000. Another big money find is the double die obverse, DDO. These 1965 cents show clear doubling in the date, the word liberty, or in God we trust. While not common, when discovered in high-grade condition, they can fetch thousands of dollars due to collector demand. And don't forget the off-metal strikes, off-center errors, and clipped planchets, all rare and highly desirable, often bringing in $500 to $10,000 or more, depending on the type and condition. Even high-grade MS-67 or MS-68 red examples, with full original red luster and no wear, are worth hundreds to thousands of dollars on their own due to their extreme scarcity in such perfect condition. Ending, build curiosity and call to action. So now you're probably asking, how do I find one of these rare 1965 pennies? First, weigh your coins. Anything under 3 grams could be a silver planchet error. Then, inspect the details. Look for doubling, odd colors, and off-center strikes. And if you think you found something special, don't guess, get it certified by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. One single penny could be worth more than a luxury vacation or even a brand new car. Don't ignore that pocket change, it could be your hidden treasure. Like, subscribe, and tap that notification bell, because in our next episode, we'll show you how to tell the difference between a common coin and one worth a small fortune. You won't want to miss it. Body, history, and valuable varieties of the 1965 Jefferson Nickel. The Jefferson Nickel has been in circulation since 1938, but in 1965, the U.S. Mint was in the middle of a major coinage overhaul. Just like with the quarter and dime, the rising price of silver led to significant changes in how coins were made. However, while the nickel never had silver in its standard composition, 1965 was still a transition year, and mistakes did happen, creating some of the rarest errors in modern coin history. One of the most valuable 1965 Jefferson Nickel errors is the wrong planchet error. This happens when a 1965 nickel was accidentally struck on a planchet meant for another coin, such as a silver dime. These rare errors are worth a fortune. Imagine a nickel struck on a silver dime blank, weighing only 2.5 grams instead of the usual 5 grams. These misstrikes are incredibly scarce and can sell for $5,000, $10,000, or even more at auction depending on condition and clarity of the error. Another key rarity is the full steps designation. Collectors pay a premium for 1965 nickels that show complete and well-defined steps on Monticello's reverse. These are hard to find because most 1965 nickels were poorly struck. A full steps 1965 Jefferson nickel in high grade, such as MS-67 or better, has been known to bring in $1,500 to $4,000, and that's just for a clean strike, not even an error. There are also examples of double die errors, off-center strikes, and clipped planchets, which only increase the rarity and value. With the mint not issuing proof sets or mint marks in 1965, pinpointing a coin's origin became more challenging, which only adds to the intrigue for collectors. Combine low population numbers of top condition examples with the thrill of error hunting, and you've got a recipe for numismatic gold. Ending, strong call to action and viewer tease. Now, here's the million-dollar question. Could you be holding one of these rare 1965 Jefferson Nickels right now? The answer might surprise you. Start by checking the weight, looking for full steps, or hunting for obvious planchet or strike errors. And remember, even a coin worth 5 cents today might turn out to be your $10,000 surprise. So hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the notification bell, because in our next video, we'll show you exactly how to spot these valuable errors and what to do if you think you found one. This is one treasure hunt you won't want to miss. Body, dive into the value and history. The year 1965 marked a major turning point in U.S. coinage. Prior to that, quarters were minted in 90% silver, but due to rising silver prices and a national coin shortage, the U.S. Mint made a historic decision. Starting in 1965, quarters would be made from a copper-nickel-clad composition, with zero silver content. But here's where it gets interesting. During the transition, a few silver planchets, coin blanks, from 1964 were mistakenly used to strike 1965 quarters. These accidental errors resulted in one of the most valuable modern error coins ever discovered. And they're not just rare, they're worth serious money. A genuine 1965 Washington quarter struck on a 90% silver planchet has sold for over $12,000 at auction. In pristine condition with full details, some have fetched up to $16,000 or more. That's right, one quarter, potentially worth more than a used car or even a down payment on a house. But that's not the only variety worth looking out for. Collectors also hunt for double die errors, off-center strikes, and full strike details on these coins. Even without silver content, a well-preserved 1965 quarter with rare errors can still fetch hundreds to thousands of dollars. The demand is real, and growing. As coin collecting becomes more popular thanks to social media and YouTube, more people are discovering the hidden gems in their change drawers. And every new discovery adds to the excitement and value of these rare finds. Ending, keep viewers engaged and curious. So how can you tell if your 1965 quarter is worth a fortune? There are simple tests you can do at home, like checking the coin's weight. Silver ones weigh about 6.25 grams, or inspecting the edge for a solid silver color instead of the normal copper core. But remember, fakes and altered coins are out there too, so it's crucial to get your coin authenticated by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. Could that everyday quarter in your change be a rare treasure in disguise? Don't miss our next video where we show how to identify a silver 1965 quarter step by step, with live examples and expert tips. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because your next coin might just be the jackpot you never expected. Would you like a matching thumbnail title or video tags for SEO as well? Body, history and rare varieties. To understand why the 1965 Roosevelt Dime can be so valuable, we need to rewind to one of the most important years in American coinage history. Before 1965, dimes were made of 90% silver. But due to rising silver prices and a growing coin shortage, the U.S. Mint made a drastic decision. Starting in 1965, all dimes would be made with a copper-nickel-clad composition, completely eliminating silver. This was a massive change, and during the transition, the mint was operating at full speed, leading to some major and costly errors. Here's where it gets exciting. Some 1965 dimes were accidentally struck on leftover 1964 silver planchets. That means a few rare 1965 dimes were minted in solid silver, even though none were supposed to be. These rare errors are extremely valuable and highly sought after by collectors. A genuine 1965 silver dime has sold for as much as $9,000 to $12,000 at auction, and depending on its condition and strike quality, prices can go much higher. In fact, some reports suggest extremely rare specimens in pristine mint state condition can be valued at $25,000, $50,000, or even over $100,000. But that's not the only jackpot. Collectors also prize high-grade clad 1965 dimes with full bands, a designation given when the horizontal lines on the torch are completely struck. In MS-67 to MS-68 FB, full bands, condition, these coins can sell for $1,500 to $4,000 or more. There are also valuable off-metal errors, off-center strikes, and double die varieties to look out for. These anomalies, especially in high-grade condition, can bring in hundreds to thousands of dollars on their own. Ending, create urgency and excitement to engage viewers. So how can you tell if your 1965 dime is the rare, silver treasure everyone's hunting for? Start by checking the coin's weight. A standard clad dime weighs 2.27 grams, while a silver one weighs about 2.5 grams. Also, look at the edge. If it's solid silver colored instead of showing the usual copper stripe, you may have hit the jackpot. And if you suspect your dime might be a rare find, don't clean it. Get it authenticated by a professional grading service like NGC or PCGS. Imagine turning a single dime into thousands, or even hundreds of thousands, of dollars. It's happened before, and it could happen again, to you. So smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, because in our next video, we'll break down how to test your dime for silver, and how to spot even more valuable coin errors that could be hiding in plain sight.